the Mini Workshop Series podcast, dedicated to your continuous learning. The Mini Workshop Series podcasts are crafted to enhance and reinforce your learning after you had experienced the live Mini Workshop Series workshop.
Problem solving with score. Welcome. Our topic today is problem solving with score. A problem is an obstacle that makes achieving a desired goal impossible. Problem solving is the act of finding a solution to that problem. The thing with some problem solvers is they take the problem at face value. They don't really take the time to identify the real root to the problem. In the end, it does not get resolved because the solution is wrong. Good problem solvers are open to other possibilities. To get to the root of the problem, you need to be curious and willing to explore deep into the issue at hand. Be open-minded also to solutions. It may not come from you. It may even sound ludicrous at times, but don't kill an idea before you give it a try. To be a good problem solver, you have to be proactive. Being proactive means acting ahead of time before something becomes a problem or before an existing one gets out of hand. Anticipate what will happen if a situation is left unchecked. Be flexible and stretch yourself even when you feel tempted to give up. Make a conscious decision to deal with it till the end. When you begin to solve a problem, you'll find yourself outside of your comfort zone, but persevere and do not be afraid. Before you can begin to source out for solutions, you need to understand the problem. Find out the whom, what, when, where, and how. Gather all the evidence. These evidences are the trail of breadcrumbs leading to the source of the problem. The SCORE model is your tool to comprehend the systemic cause and effect relationships by looking at the problem from 5 variables. Here's how to use the SCORE model. S for symptoms. Recall how and when you first realized that you had a problem. What are the evidences pointing to that problem? C for causes. Given the symptoms, find out the causes and contributing influences. Upon identifying these causes to ensure that the same problem does not crop up again, it's wise to keep a record of them for future reference. O for outcome. What is your desired outcome? Imagine if the problem got solved. How would that future present be? Be sure about what you want to come out of solving the problem. It motivates people to work towards achieving that outcome. Shift focus from the problem and rally everyone's spirit to working towards this desirable outcome. R for resources. Check to see what resources and capabilities you need to solve the problem. If you don't have the required resources available to you, figure out where you can acquire them. The best solution without adequate resources to execute them is no solution. So make sure your solution is executable within your means. E for effects. Do this to analyze whether your solution has any significant impact on others. Will the solution be ecological for all? If you realize that it would negatively impact the organization or certain people, then you might want to revise the approach. SCORE is not a one-way trail of thought. You can go forward and back as many times until you're satisfied. Sometimes you'll arrive all the way to effects and realize the solution can potentially create animosity amongst the employees. Just go back a few steps, maybe back to outcome, and see if you can make the goal work better for everyone. Dance around these few steps repeatedly. It pays to spend time on finding the right solution. Remember, the key to wisdom is knowing all the right questions.
We trust you have enjoyed this podcast. Keep in mind, it's not how much you know, but what you do with what you know that matters. So take massive action now and empower yourself for success. Thank you for listening to Mini Workshop Series podcast, brought to you by Mini Workshop Series, a new approach and fresh perspective to corporate training.